It is July 7, 2022. I have checked it up, so I know the date. And you know that I'm very bad in to know the date, and sometimes hard for me to know the years also. And that is not of age, because I have been in that way my whole life. I have ignored for many people is it very important to know the date, and a year is of course important to know, but what day it is, it doesn't matter for me. It have not been important. And now on the news, I always watch the news in the morning before I start my day. And then I have a program just now, television program from England, inside the ambulance. It's called here in Sweden. And I watched that because it felt like I am out there in the society, by that way they are talking and acting and take care of people. And today at the news, it was about England and Boris Johnson, that there is many that want him to go, and when you listen at this episode, he maybe is away. You maybe listen at this 1 year from now, for example, and you know what have happened. And so the most political things is something temporary, so that is not important anymore for me. I am important to what lasts forever, the spirit world, and to help you you and all the people that want to get help and want to know things, get the knowledge. And it happened something today in the news. I didn't know, because I don't watch the news more than in the morning. So it was a woman that was killed, and she was the manager for taking care of people with mental issues. And she was in that we have an event just now, because it's coming up election here in Sweden, and just now every year in this time is it that they are coming together in the summer place. It's a special for vacation in the summer, very popular, and they are there at that place, and they talking. Each party have one day they talking to people, and to media also, and she was there for maybe to answer questions in a political way, and because it is this that the right side here in Sweden, those that is far out or on the right side is not right. It's the side that they are in the same idea of Hitler to kill people like me, that I am Jewish, and other people that is not accepted of them to be here in Sweden. They have a very weird way to look at it, who is real Swedish, and ask me about it. I thought I was really a Nordic, Scandinavian person, and then my DNA told me I was Jewish. I had a 25% match on the DNA, but I have told you that to come into Sweden in the past, was it that they needed to convert to Lutheran Church, so they didn't belong anymore to the Jewish side tradition, so they have disappeared because of that you can't tell it. You can tell it on their names, but the sure name, when they enter into Sweden, they got this tradition way to make the sure name. So if their name was Isaac, for example, then their children get the sure name Isaac's son, the son of Isaac. So it look more Swedish in that way. So they don't get the sure name that their Jewish ancestor, their parents had Jewish sure name. But when they live in Sweden in the past, not now, but for 400 years ago about, they got the Swedish way to do sure name, and that is the first name will be the sure name of the children. So if many of my ancestors, their sure name is Cohen, for example, and they don't have the Cohen anymore because they have, if their father was Jacob Cohen, then when they live here in Sweden, the children was giving to be Jacob's son. That's why it's in Swedish is it 2s in the sure name, and that is many times the American doesn't understand that it means Jacob's son. So it be 2s and not 1s. So it's is going to be more and more this that it's gonna be trouble for us that am Jewish, have Jewish ancestors, that we not be called Swedish, so we should not live here. That's why that's a part of why I want to go to move to Israel. But now it's have changed, because in the spirit is here, but I don't know if it want to talk. It's on me anyway. So I was talking yesterday about to that I needed someone that God should know, and He know, of course, that I need to have a person that is in the body. I have lots of I have a big family in the spirit, but I don't have anyone that people can see. And I need to have someone that is with me, that take care of me if I need to be taken care of, and that this person can tell evil people that stop doing this to her like that, and standing before me like a shield for me that don't touch her. And that doesn't work when people don't see the spirit. It have happened sometimes that the spirits had defended me, like in when I was in Portugal, and I was in a sort of Pentecostal church, and the pastor say that he wanted to deliver me, and he wanted to lay a hand on me, on my head, and I know this. It was this deliverance church, and that is the devil's church. All those deliverance church, you should not go there, because the evil spirit that there is in the pulpit, he want or she want to lay hand on you and tell you that it's a healing process, but it's not healing. The devil lay inside your mind poison. You be toxic. It's not healing. It's the opposite with these deliverance churches, and so they don't need to name their church Lucifer Church like that, because I know their name, that Satan want to have. He have names of his children. He have special cities that he want his children to be in, work from that city in, of course, not only in the city to spread it out all over the country, but it's like a headquarter in that city, and the political people there is, and one of them is where my ancestor have lived in Maryland. It's very evil things. In Detroit is it, those places where, and there is names of people that is the devil's children. So I was in Portugal in that kind of church, and the pastor come and say he wanted to lay hand on my head, and I didn't want it, but it was like all those people in that church was around me, so I was like in a trap. I was in like a poison, a prison, and the pastor come and should put his hand. He didn't touch me because then suddenly he fell backwards. He fell on the floor, and everyone was scared because it was a force. It was I have protection around me that make him fall down on the floor. So everyone was focused on the pastor that fall on the floor, and I was out from my spirit, so I could see from over my head. I could see the pastor, the reaction in his face when he should touch me, and his face was like he was in shock. He was very shocked because he felt something very strong around me that make him fall backwards. Not like a healing process like that. He just be pushed down on the floor from what was my protection. So that can happen. That can happen. But I need to have someone in my life that prevent things to happen. This happened and I was protected. And I was a little scared because I didn't know how to go away from that. I knew he should not lay hand on my head. I knew that it was a wrong pastor. I knew he was from Lucifer. So it be a little scared there. How can I go away from it? But God helped me. But I need to prevent so people don't attack me. If you understand that. And I say that in the episode yesterday when the energy come, the mother of all beginnings came, and so she took it with her, but I didn't know that. But then in the evening when I was on Facebook, someone that wanted to dated me before the it was pandemic. It was I think it was last year. He wanted me to come to his home, and he didn't knew how hard it was to me to come to his home. So I knew this was not the right man, because my man should come to me. That's what God have told me for many years ago. He said that the man I'm going to send you is going to come to your place, to your home, to you. You should not need to travel away to meet a man. So that is what I have going for when there have been close that I have had a date with a man, and I know this is a showing sign that he is this sort of man that is saying, what can you do for me? And not, what can I do for you? So that is not my man. My man is going to be more, what can I do for you? But not in the weak way. I should never abused. I should not take advantage of it. But he should not be that. He must be very strong person from the outside look. And but inside him he should be meek, be humble man. That's the man for me, and the man that understand to listen at me, because I can hear God talking, and maybe He can do that also, so we can be together in this. And but I have to be careful so it's not Lucifer's man that is coming and talking wrong things to me. But God's Spirit know His child, His Spirit. God knows His Spirit. It's not a child in a body. It's the Spirit inside the person. God knows that, your spirit. God knows your heart. And God knows everything about you. So it should not go wrong here now. But yesterday, that man that is a musician, and I think he is a good man, but he seems to be the same sort of man that I have had. That he is selfish because he wanted me to come to his place, and he maybe have been nice if I come to his place, but that is not the man. And yesterday he wrote me and say that he had a friend coming to Sweden, and this man that was talking to me, he say I can't speak English so good, and he speak English, and I want you to be a friend to him, so take care of him when he's in Sweden, he say. And I don't know anything about this man. Maybe he's a musician, so they have met because this man that was not my man, he's traveled around the world and playing music. He's a musician, and so this is most likely a musician friend to him, and that is great because I love music. And so he say that this man is coming from another country, not the country that I want to live in, but that is a minor thing, is a little things. I will not know, and I laugh about myself, and maybe you do laugh the same thing, that you go very, very fast into about this man or this woman that is coming into your life. And I laugh about myself, that I say to myself that you're not married yet. So I try to learn to go slowly. So I do that with this man. It doesn't matter what country he's coming from, and it doesn't matter what skin color he have. And God have his people all over the world. There is not people that live in one special country. That have God told me, that God, you can be wherever you are. and God will find you, because it's like a signal. This spirit that you have inside you is a signal for God that here I am, God, that this is your spirit that is in me. So he will find you wherever you are. You are not on the wrong place. You are on the right spot for God to find you. So don't look around you and think that this is not my place. This is where I should not be, like that. You should work on inside you to get peace inside you, and work on your relationship with God, and not care about what's around you. If it's not the evil environment you live in, then if it's only that you think this is wrong place I live in, and it's a wrong gender I am in, and it's a wrong placed me, that you think it's you are perfect. You are perfect where you are and who you are. You're perfect. And God's spirit is in you. And God will find you. And God saw you. And he say it was good. God look at his creation from the beginning. And what he created, God say it was good. So don't change it. That's how God planned for you to be. And then I had a very disturbing night. It was like it was already coming spirits inside my home, and it was very disturbing. I was up in the night many times, and I didn't want to go to bed either, because I didn't felt like I could sleep. But I lay down and I fall to sleep anyway. And so it was disturbing, but it was something that happened in the morning that was the spirit is on me now. It was not when I was talking about this with a man. Now it's the spirit on me. So maybe it's coming and talking. But in the morning, very early, it was because I know I was awake about 6 o'clock, and the news is 8 o'clock, so I was going to lay back in my bed, and I did. And then I got like a vision dream, and it was about, it was not about me. It was something I saw in the spirit that I do very often when it is vision dreams. That's why I call it vision, because I am there. But it's not about me. It's like a movie I see. And it was, first it was an old woman, and there was an old man calling her, or it was on internet, because I saw a picture of him, but that doesn't mean that he was on internet. It was that I saw him, how he acting, how he say and did things, and they should do a date, these two. And it is, I tell you, it seems like I don't get any old people that listen to my podcast. So you that is younger than what I'm going to talk about, it's to you anyway, because you maybe have a mother or a father that is old, but feel that they can date someone and try to find a new partner in their life. And this is a warning to take care of your old people in that way, to talk to them about this with dating in the old age. And I didn't know these things, that this is something they told me, the spirit, and it was nothing that I knew about. So it's a warning that they give you to you also, that if you are old and very old, like white hair, but you maybe take color in it, but you have very much white hair, and he had white hair also, and this woman had white hair. So I see them like over 70 years old, 70. It doesn't matter the age, but they were old, and the man was angry at that woman, and he said that she was lying to him, and he was very upset that she didn't want the date. She didn't want to meet him, and he was very, very angry at her. And then he had a young boy that he could have been. It's very hard for me to know their age, but he was maybe 20 years old. And this man, old man, he was sending out this man to harm that woman. Maybe not beat her up, but maybe take a fire on around her, fire on her house, or maybe so evil so he kill her dog or something like that to harm her. And this man, I understood that this old man, he was on his first stage of either Alzheimer or dementia. He was on his way going crazy in his brain, not mental sick. It was this that he started to be in Alzheimer, to forget things, and dementia. And it can have been in his mind that he was on his way to date her, but they have never talked about it. But that was in his mind, that they have a date going on. And then he was not so much damage in his brain. So this young boy, he didn't see that this man is on his way to be sick in his brain. That he was too young to understand that asking this, that you should always thinking about that. Is it something else in this? Why do he want me to go and harm her this old woman, why should I harm her? And then if this young man, but they don't do that. The young man, most of the time, they react before they are thinking. And this, or else he maybe could have understand that this is not right, that why do he want me to harm her because of a date that didn't come to be. And then and of course, but it's hard, but many times you have to talk to the other side, what's going on. And maybe this woman is telling you, if you ask her, should you go at a date with this man? And she's maybe say to you, he stalked me. He's not a man that I want to date. This man, he think that he have the right to date me. He want to dominate over me. Maybe she is saying. And then you understand that I should not go there. Let this man maybe think that I do it and not do it. And or maybe tell him that you have to go to the doctor because something is wrong with you, and tell him that you don't do it. And this is the warning I got this morning. I have never think about that, but in my age it can happen that I date someone that is have this sickness in the brain and don't know what they have say and what they have done, and maybe be locked in and be killed and be raped and everything, because this man is on his way. I think it's wrong to judge them in that way that they are in their sense. It's illness that make them think in that way. So it should not be judged. He maybe is not an evil person, but Alzheimer and dementia can change people in their brain. So that is what the message for today, that if you have older people that you know that they are going on date with old men, it can happen that they are not evil in themselves, basic, but the devil have coming into their brain in the way that they have got Alzheimer or dementia, and can be a very high risk for the older people in another way than when you are young and do the dating. And I think some of you react because you have not, like me, I have not thinking about that. But now I know it, and I tell you, because the Spirit was telling me this in the morning. And so it's not very much effect of this mother of all beginnings that is coming. But the sign of it is that it was very much going on in the night, and I have to talk to those. I have to talk to God, because everything is going through God. It's not. I can't talk to the spirits. If they are not coming to me, I can talk, but I should not go and talk to them. And so I have to take it to God to not make them disturb me in the night, because I need my sleep. So that was it was an effect of yesterday, but not in that way that I was thinking. But I say that yesterday that I don't know what will happen with that the mother of all beginnings came here, and she told us that she is placing out like energy in my home. So it's not going to be that anymore that the spirit is coming from the portal. They are going to be here in my home. Heaven is going to be in my home. And then they are going to talk to me from wherever they are in my home. That's why I start to not see what they look like. That's why it started for some episodes ago that I say it was like a ring of white clothes around me. It was a wheel going around me where I was sitting and recording, and I didn't know what it was. But that was the beginning of that this mother of all beginnings started to they do a foundation for the heaven to come here into my room. So we will see when they have finished, if they have finished to place heaven here, what it will look like, what it will feel like, what spirits they get contact with. And I will tell you what I see and what I hear and what they let me to get the knowledge about. This spirit that is here, these spirits say that I thought I had very much knowledge, but these spirits, they say that it's going to be more knowledge. It's going to be more knowledge placed into you. This will be like you are in a tree with lots of branches, she's saying, like that tree that was in Jerusalem when I was there, and my picture came from the tree, out from the tree, and I saw myself in that tree. But she said that I belong to the tree. I don't belong to the branches. She said, now you are in the foundation of the tree. You are the roots, you are the branches, you are the tree. That's what she say. So that knowledge will increase. and I'm going to educate you even more. So I'd be so happy. I don't be proud, but I'd be happy that it's continued this growing, and that heaven will come down here. And she is saying now that I am the tree, not the branches. I am not the root, I am the whole tree. I am the branches, I am the roots, I am what is called is, I know that word in English, but I don't get it, but where the branches is coming out from. So thank you. Thank you, the spirits that come here and told me. It was unexpected. It was not something I thought I should hear. It was coming a new thing. So God bless you, and God bless you that listen to me. You are going to be blessed. You're going to be healed. That this will be a change in your life. This, if you continue to listen, you will be educated. You also, like I have been educated. So God bless you. Thank you for listening.